though it's made for a 3-year-old, but...
Okay.
You're always a princess.
So Charlene is holding the skull of Logan. We don't know Logan's last name yet. And
Logan McReynolds.
Logan McReynolds. And this skull, these are the... Let's see if I can get them.
We even have some tunes, some background music.
I like that. And so what are these skulls made out of again?
Titanium, copper, quartz, various types of organic matter. Looks like there's some sage.
And these skulls create what kind of energy?
Orgone energy.
They're used for clearing deep trauma and wounding.
Yeah, it will transmute any negative energy and release it.
And what's your skull's name?
That's Mini Max.
Mini Max.
It's Mini Max.
Is that Ocean Jasper?
I have no idea. My wife and I got to see there's a skull called Max. It's named Old.
Yeah.
And we got that. We got to spend a half hour with him, and like supposedly Max was given Joanne Parks, who's the chick that is the caretaker of Max, and it was given to her from a Tibetan Lama that got it Mexico in the 1920s. And when my wife and I went to visit Max, like when we sat with him, like she just started crying. She just cried for about a half hour, you know. Like me, I was just like, man, I don't know if anything's happening or not happening. I just felt like I had, you know, like slightly like a good buzz, like a good caffeine buzz. You know, the head felt like about 4 inches taller than what it was, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know, this is cool. You know, it's great. Hey Max, how you doing? You know, and you know, not too much happened. But then that night, like when I went home, I had a flying dream for I don't know how many years. I had 4 flying dreams that night, and Max came in my dream and he took me like all over, you know, different like celestial places, you know, like out of the galaxy, you know, like, yeah, it was like I was flying through space with this freaking skull. And I was like, really? Yeah, right. You know, like, you know, it was really fun. And I totally forgot I bought this for my wife at the time, and we took it and set it on Max, you know, like while we were there. She's like, well, what are you? Yeah, I told her, yeah, I'm coming over here today. And she's like, well, take Mini Max. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, you got me this. Don't you remember? I was like, no, I totally forgot about it. You know, so she gave me the skull. She's like, well, take Mini Max over and let him talk to the other ones. And so,
Awesome.
So that little skull has been with Max, and so he's one of the, you know, he's one of the big old ones. He's one of the quote unquote authentic.
Yeah, right.
You know,
That's
huge.
awesome.
He weighs about 18 pounds, 16 pounds, 18 pounds, something like that. And, you know, cut against the grain, and there's 5 pieces of quartz in Max, you know. And this was just, you know, I think Joanne sells these at the, you know, that's part of her gig, you know, like to help her get down the road, so.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, I did notice that when I was holding my skull in the Huntsman talk and kind of little ceremony today at the hotel, every time somebody got up to talk about their skull, my skull started going vroom, vroom, vroom. So I thought that was really neat. That it was kind of like waking up and actually excited. And so I'm glad I brought him. He's been sitting at the head of my bed for a few months now. I just kind of took him out of, he was sitting in a tchotchke, like, because we have a bunch of them, and he was just sitting, you know, and just with a bunch of other stuff, and I brought him to the head of my bed, not even realizing that I would be doing this little trip, you know, so,
Sweet.
and feeling the calling.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Indianapolis. This one's yours.
Yeah.
May I?
Oh, absolutely.
What's this one's name?
He doesn't have a name
Didn't
yet.
have a name yet.
I actually asked him in the car, and he said it's not a human name, so I wouldn't know how to even pronounce it. I think it's a sound, maybe.
Where are you guys from?
Chicago.
Wonderful.